Hey guys, this is Jake from Memory Cards, and I'm going to be bringing you a different sort of video today. We're going to be looking at the fact that Nintendo can be a bit anti-consumer. Sorry if this video is kind of a bit hard to follow, it's more of a rant style than anything. What does anti-consumer mean? By definition, it means not favorable to consumers, improperly favoring the interests of businesses over the interests of consumers. And Nintendo has shown this in a few ways, especially with their creator program on YouTube, wherein they barely pay their creators. This was a huge controversy a few years ago before the Switch actually launched, and it's been increasingly more annoying, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is we're going to be taking a look at Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, which is releasing on the Switch on May 4th, 2018. Why are we taking a look at Donkey Kong Country? Because it's being ported over from the Wii U to the Switch. As most of us know by now, the Wii U sold an abysmal 13.5 million units by February 1st, 2017, and the Switch has already dwarfed that within the first year of sales. So there's already a much bigger fan base on the Switch than there was on the Wii U. So Nintendo has slowly been porting over a few of the much loved Wii U games to the Switch because they didn't get enough love on the Wii U, such as Bayonetta 2, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, and a few more. We're taking a look at Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze because it launched on the Wii U 4 years ago for $59.99, a full price game, and has since gone down to $19.99 because it was on the Wii U's Game Classics type thing, where popular games get sold for cheaper. It's kind of like a reprint, so Nintendo has an excuse to sell more copies, which is fine. But the issue here is that Nintendo ported it over to the Switch, added a Funky Kong mode, which is really, it's nothing to like write home about, and a few technical improvements such as 1080p 60 frames, 720p 60 frames handheld. Oh wait, that's right, it doesn't actually go to 720p. I don't know how it doesn't hit 720p at least in handheld mode. Anyways, I'm rambling. The game being ported over, I have no issue with. In fact, I would really like Nintendo to port over a few other games such as The Wonderful 101 and Xenoblade Chronicles X. The issue here is that Nintendo has seemingly removed Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze from sale on the Wii U eShop. So if you search for Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on, let's say, Google or Amazon, the thing that'll come up the most for you will be the Switch version. And this is quite anti-consumer because Nintendo is just trying to erase the fact that the game could be had cheaper on another system. So I'm just going to pause here for a second and explain something. To play a little bit of a devil's advocate here, let's be honest, no one is going to go out and buy a outdated, dead system, the Wii U, just to save $20 on a copy of Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze because they would have to drop, $150, $200 to get a Wii U gamepad, controller, and whatnot. Especially when it seems like Nintendo is doing everything in their power to port over the games that didn't get enough love, didn't get enough sales from the Wii U to the Switch. Anyways, let's resume the rest of the video. I personally think that they are doing this because there are more Switch owners than there are Wii U owners, which makes sense. And the fact that most Switch owners, at least, 5 to 6 million of them weren't Wii U owners. I think it's safe to say that. So we'll have those, 5 to 6 million of them looking at Donkey Kong and being like, oh, this is a port, but I didn't play this on the Wii U because I never had one. So yeah, fine, I'll buy it, which, is fine. And hey, if you did own the game on the Wii U, like I did, I actually got it for free from Club Nintendo before that shut down, but that's besides the point. The point that I'm getting at here is with so little improvements done to the base game, they added a Funky Kong mode, they added a bit of polish around the corners and whatnot. Why is this game suddenly back up to a full price game? When you look at the Bayonetta 2 for Switch, I think the full price there is justified because not only do you get Bayonetta 2, which is a great game, you also get the first Bayonetta, which is also included in the package for a whole price. That's fair to me. Whereas if you buy Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch, you're paying full price for a game. So $59.99 if you're in the US, $79.99 if you're here in Canada. And all you get is basically the exact same game, just ported over to the Switch. A lot of people on the Nintendo Switch subreddit and Twitter and YouTube comments have been voicing their displeasure about this, and personally, I have to agree with them. This is a very shitty thing for Nintendo to do. A lot of criticisms that the Switch have been getting lately are the fact that it's just a port machine. And like I've said previously, I have no issues with ports on the system because the Switch is still getting a lot of great first party, third party, and indie games. The issue is that a lot of these ports just seem to be half-assed. Personally, I would have bought Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch if it was, you know, a budget price game, a price that's fair. But to have the audacity and the balls to charge a full price for this game, I think is kind of ridiculous. Would I have bought it at $39.99 in a heartbeat? Would I have bought it at $29.99? Like, I would have bought it before they even announced it at that price. But once again, this is Nintendo, and Nintendo has been known to, you know, go 2 steps forward and 1 step back, you know, or sometimes put their head in their asses. And I think it's a bit ridiculous, and I think it's fair for us as consumers to call them out on shit like this sometimes. I'm sure that this video will get a bunch of thumbs down, you know, and a lot of people disagreeing because they are blinded by their love for Nintendo, and that's okay as well. I just wanted to voice my opinion, and, you know, maybe some of you agree, maybe you disagree. Either way, just let me know in the comments below, because I would really like to hear your thoughts on this. Personally, I, as you know, really think this is really shitty. You know, maybe if they added in a bunch more content or whatnot, I would be more down with this, but they didn't add in. Down below, leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment, letting me know your thoughts, share this with some people. I don't care. Just let me know what's up. If you enjoyed this video, also let me know, because this is kind of a new thing for me.